say I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my...
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out, their signal caller. Now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Blake. Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at the 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And 4th down now coming up. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 14 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense, because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field. They're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
The Eagles at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
2nd and 1. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll look to throw again. This one swung out to Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Williams. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Williams again. And he's in. Finding his touchdown. Javonte Williams hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
not
and
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 15 carries, 65 yards.
Brandon, we both know plenty about this game, but you don't have to be an expert to figure out that they're going to lean heavily on their ground game to try and win this week. He sits number 5 in the league so far in rushing. I mean, they've had success on that side of the ball. He's been at the center of it. If they want to win in this one, he's got to play like that and help drive them down the field.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in the open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there of protecting the ball and picking up the 1st down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Wheeler. And this throw incomplete. The defender on that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Wheeler. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a 2nd empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man open, it's Chase. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Back to throw here. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll run the option to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Give to Walker on the read option. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On third down, Wheeler. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. It's near the line of 5, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And the football has not touched the ground yet. He's 10 of 10, including the touchdown on the last drive as they begin here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. To the 36-yard line. Stop there. Second and 6. That pass caught. It's Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Second and 4. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Ja'Marr Chase, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise if they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I agree that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Wheeler setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 33. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to be even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Right side to Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Trying to improvise. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. York able to send this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it a would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tresley now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. You did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. To throw on 3rd down, Wheeler. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here's Tresley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The second quarter score from KC. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Throwing to start the drive. Wheeler. We'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. These guys have shot it 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
They'll find Gabriel Davis, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started up at FedEx